Hey, and welcome to Let's Play World of Warcraft. This is Particle Man, your host, and we're doing Heroic Calls of Reflection today. I went ahead and started after you talk to her right before the group start coming. Basically, what you want to do is pick either this side or the other side, and every time that there's going to be five or six mobs that come after you, what you want to do is you want to have all your group to listen to you line of sight these mobs so the casters can get in close to you. This first pull is pretty ugly, but lay a consecrate out there, break line of sight, try to get all the casters to have to collapse on you. There's also hunters, which you can see back there, just got feared. Fear really isn't a useful option unless you're going to die, because then it just makes you have to break line of sight again. Although he's been feared for quite a while, so maybe that did help. Basically, you got four different types of units, I think. You have the footmen, just melee. You can worry about them last. You have the hunters, which are a constant problem because if you don't break line of sight long enough, they'll stay away the whole time. Then you have rogues, which are a big pain in the butt because they put poisons on you and they stun you. And if you get stunned in this, you're getting hit with so much melee that it can get really bad. And then there's the Ghostly Priest, which we're targeting right now. I think the Ghostly Priest, you should probably kill them first. I mean, obviously they're healers, but that can just make you have to fight for a really long time. I fought one time so long that I think the other group almost started up because it took such a long time. But so definitely want to heal them first, or else your healer will run out of mana while you keep on fighting everybody else that's getting healed. And then probably the worst ones that no one even realizes are there half the time are the mages. You just assume, okay, they're going to throw a fireball, no big deal. Unfortunately, these guys put a curse, I believe, on you that increases the magic damage you take by like 100% or something really high. And then they cast Flame Strike. Well, if they cast that curse on a few people and they use their Flame Strike, you're taking double damage from their spells, and everybody's getting hit with AoE. So if two people have the curse on them, or only one person, I mean, you're still doing a ton of damage to that one guy. So if you have a smart mage or druid, go ahead and have them remove curse. Try to get rid of that. Anybody else, try to ice block out of it, bubble out of it. It's not that big of a threat unless you really let the mage just stand back there and wail on you. Which they usually do because, once again, you're trying to break line of sight with them too. So, I'd say definitely your kill priority is the priest, mage, rogue, hunter, and then footman. That's probably the way I'd go. I don't think there's any other class type. But see what I mean? No one broke line of sight here. Everybody was just in different spots in the back. It doesn't really help unless you're tucked in that corner that I just ran in. You're not going to break it, and people are going to be running around all over the place. A lot of people will want a one-on-one here, and it's not really helpful because usually what will happen is maybe one or two of your ranged will be like, okay, we're going to take out the hunter, because he's ranged and I'm ranged, and we're going to sit here and shoot back and forth. That's great and all, except that you're letting the mage just go off and do flame strikes. Then you're letting the healer sit there and heal while only one DPS is trying to kill the healer with me. So that can get bad pretty quick. Definitely, it's even more beneficial if you're a DPS in this case to just stay behind that corner and just give the tank like 5-6 seconds. I mean, it's not really it's not really a race, because I don't think that by you killing these things faster that you really decrease the amount of time in between so much. So kind of think about that. Now this first boss comes from across the way. If you walk in and go to the right side, the boss will be across like this. That's where we're standing. This guy has a few things he can do. Mostly he's just tank and spake, except that he will fear. And when he fears, everybody kind of gets like this fear dot on them. As you see, I'm taking like 4,400 damage every second. And everybody takes that same damage. So maybe it's not 4,400. I can't tell. But anyway, everybody's taking that damage at the same time, and everybody's feared. So your priest has to come back, or your healer has to come back, get everybody back up to full before the next fear happens like it did just now. If you have a tremor totem with a shaman, that'd be great. I suggest if you're a paladin to bubble out of it, or to use every main for himself, if that works, to get out of it. Because you can see every time people run, I mean, everybody's almost dying just from the fear. Not even if they're 100% damaged, they're almost dying during it. This last one I finally bubbled. You can just bubble and then click off of it. And then in the last 10, maybe it's 15 or 20%, he reduces all incoming damage by like 70 to 90%. So here you get to the end, you think, oh, okay, I'm good. Your healer starts just overhealing because, the fight's almost over. Well, he almost always gets one extra fear off because he's taking such a low amount of damage. You can see all mine, I'm doing like 80 points of damage to him. Well, I don't know what that is, but I guess he didn't get off an extra fear there. But if your DPS is a little bit lower, he can easily get off the next one. And that's pretty bad news because one more fear might be what finally does it. It's not too uncommon for someone to die there just because of that fear. So don't get too frustrated, but you got a very short amount of time now to get everybody rezzed up. So you want to be quick about it. Alright, I cut a little bit of that out so you don't have to wait so long in between waves. And this wave, I believe this is when the rogues start coming in. They might have not been in the first wave, or the first 5 waves. And pretty much this is all just the same again. This one tends to be a little bit more difficult. I don't know if they start using different abilities during these 5 or not, but it always seems like this is where some groups will go down, even if they didn't the first time. So make sure everybody's buffed up and everything. See, once again, we got a lot of people standing outside and not breaking line of sight, which wasn't too big of a problem in this pool because it looks like we got everybody over there. There's that flame strike. It does a pretty hellacious amount of damage. And the other thing is, if you're waiting 5 or 6 seconds to start DPSing, make sure that you're at least ranged because, there's going to be flame strikes being put down, even if you have a mage or a shaman that's trying to get rid of them all or silence them all. So, what's the point of even being so close that you're going to get hit with it anyway? If you're ranged, just scoot back. There's no point. There's no need for you to even be close. So that can be kind of frustrating. It looks like we got everybody in this pool, but you see that mage on the far left? There goes the hunter shooting at him. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's just that, okay, maybe he was trying to cut line of sight. Okay, so that works good. I think we were actually doing some counterproductive stuff there. I think he was trying to shoot him to get aggro to break line of sight to bring him closer, and I was thinking he was pulling aggro off me, and I kept on range taunting him. But then I wasn't moving to break line of sight. So you can see he's getting off quite a few flame strikes here. And now, this, I don't know who puts, I'm assuming the hunters maybe, put the Nova down on the floor that makes you run slower. I'm not sure who's doing that. I've noticed it. And it's frustrating because sometimes it'll be hard to, run back and forth to get out of line of sight, but I'm not sure who's doing it. I'm just going to assume the hunter is. I guess it doesn't really matter. During this phase you're going to have it there the whole time. So just be ready to not be able to move around as much. And I want to say maybe even that if you have that rogue poison on you and you can find a way to get rid of it, that it will not allow him to stun you. But that's just a guess, and I just kind of made that up. So, either way, you got time. Try to cleanse it off of you if the healer can't. Because you're going to be putting down some insane heals here if you're the healer. So, you got to be ready for it. If you have any qualms about your gear score or thinking you don't have enough gear to come here, even if, even if the looking for group tools says that, oh yeah, you got enough because we'll let you in here. I don't know. I would just apologize when you get in there and be like, I don't think I'll be able to heal this because it's quite difficult. So it looks like this is where this video is going to end, in the middle of this 9th wave maybe. We're going to go ahead and pick up on the next video with the second boss and then the final gauntlet run with the Lich King. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you back here for part 2.